revision day 2. We're going to go over homework first, which I don't usually do. And then we're going to go on and do it just a tad more. Okay, Zach? K of 1, you should really put in parentheses, but it's 1 minus 2. There it is. There's the 1. So it's negative 3 times what? What's 1 take away 2?
1 take away 2
is a negative 1. So that's equal to 3. That's the reason why we have a 3 here. What about f of negative 5? So f of negative 5 is 2 times negative 5 plus 4. What's negative 5 times 2? Negative 10 plus 4 gives me negative 10.
Negative 5.
Close. Negative 6. And we're going to add those results. Whoops. What happened there? And if you add 3 plus a negative 6, you get negative 3. Now, this is going to be due by the end of the hour. You have answers to check, then you can ask me questions. You need to ask me questions if you don't know how to do this. Are there other ones? If you get it wrong, then you need to say, I don't understand this. I don't know why I got this wrong.
Can you go over number 20?
Yep.
Oh, and number 19.
Now, you have this on your iPad. Oh, wait, or do you?
Yeah, we
19 and number 20.
Yeah, you do. You don't have the new one on there because I haven't put it there. Okay. Okay. Number 19 is g of 10 divided by negative 1. So here's g. So you put the 10 in there. G of 10 is equal to 2 times 10 minus 10 divided by 2. And all of that is going to be divided by negative 1, which is just going to change the sign to its opposite. So what's 2 times 10? 20. What's half of 10? 5. And it's divided by negative 1. That's the way I would write it. So this is going to be equal to 15 over negative 1, which is a negative 15. If you're using the right functions. Okay, so k of 0, number 20, k of 0, I'm going to put the 0 right there. So it's the square root of 0 plus 1. So it's not a very long lesson today. Is that okay?
Can you scroll down?
Yeah, and it's online too. Now 16 is a little different. 16. Because you have to do what's in the parentheses. But I know how to do that. What's a negative 6 and a negative 4? Add them up, you get what? I have to do this. Negative 10. So now I'm going to put a negative 10 into the g function. So I got to go up there and find g. Where's g? Oh, okay. So I'm going to put a negative 10 there. Every place I see the x, I'm going to put in a negative 10. I'm even going to put it in there. So g of negative 10 equals what? 2 times negative 10. Show the work. Don't just give me the minus a negative 10 over 2. Notice my use of parentheses. I did that because they're negatives, and I don't want to get confused. So, Devonta, you said this was negative 20. What's this sign going to be? Here's where you're going to make mistakes, Colin. 2 negatives make a positive. And what's 10 over 2? 5. Very good. So this is what? Negative 15. If we all follow the same rules, we'll all get the same answer. There it is. This is going to be k of 80. So you can correct the blue one and give it back to me for full points back. The answers are online. I did check it. So when you tell me you checked your work and you turned it in and it wasn't right, That tells me you did not check your work. Okay, when you make a mistake, you just say, you don't just say I made a mistake. You have to go and fix it. And that's the way it works in the real world for other mistakes you make. Sometimes you can't fix things, but you should try your best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I walked around and looked at it, yeah. So don't just copy. You need to do it. So now, let's just get a little bit of new stuff so we can do the second worksheet today, which is another pretty color. Which one? Yes. Now, remember, this is on your Schoology, so you have access to this. So we are going to do lesson 2. So if you go into Schoology, and maybe I need to bring mine up and show you again where it is. Stay 1 minute, stay 1. And then it's just going to be a lot of review of what we did, except we are going to read some things off of graphs. And I apologize that your PDF I made from the smartboard, it's in the wrong order. I think it's there. No, I'm not sure. Where do you find it? Don't go down into the assignments. I have all of this. If you go to the assignments, it gets confusing because there's 17 things in there. So don't go there. Go into the materials at the top here and go into Unit 3, Notes and PDF. And this is day 2. So there it is, day 2. I'm going to change these numbers so they match. I think it might be easier. And that's what we look at. Only if you make corrections on it, want more points back. 4 out of 5 is an 80%, which is good. So there should be the first thing is what's on your PDF. So maybe some people want to come up with their problems up here. This? Silas. So go ahead and try those. Now let's put them up, and then we'll get to the new stuff. We're not going to rush through this. We want you to do it well. F of -4, I like the fact that she used the parentheses. That's awesome. That's great. And she gets 8 plus 3. It's a little bit hard to read, but it's 11. Are there questions on that one? Okay, how about G of -2?
Actually, I'll do number 3.
Well, it's 5 times, and then it's going to be 2 plus a -2 over 3. I'd like to do this one. What's that fraction equal to? What's 2 plus a -2? Zach? What's 2 plus a -2? It's 0. What's 5 times 0?
0.
So the answer here is 0.
Max will go over to 3.
Okay. Because you have to do this G of -2. Take that answer and multiply by 5. These are the notes. Then we'll get to the new stuff. This is just a class opener. Let's extend that. There you go. So it's G of 1. Write it down correctly, though. It's G of 1. Of 1. There you go. Now we have to slide this and see where G is.
It's like 2 plus.
Okay, you guys should be trying this yourself. It's 2 plus x. It is a little off. It's just so close to the bottom of the board, though. Zach, settle down, please. Over 3. What's 2 plus 1? Xavier? 3 divided by 3 is? There you go. Good job, Max. Good. How about number 4? You ready? 4 says I want to take G of -5 and double it. So it's 2 times, okay, G of -5. There's G. It's 2 plus the x. If you get this, that's great, because this is a real problem for some people. Plus And then I want to find f of 2. F of 2 is, I'm going to put 2 right in here for x. So it's negative 2 times 2. I'm going to follow Emily's lead and use parentheses, plus 3. I'm going to take that answer. Oops, I made a mistake. It's 2 times that. Okay. What's 2 plus a negative 5? Zach? Yeah, what's 2 plus a negative 5? Divided by 3 is? Negative 1. Peter, what happens with this one? What's 2 times negative 2? Sorry, what? Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. What's the 2 times a negative 1? Negative 2. Adding those, I get negative 3. If you keep it organized, then it's not so bad to do. And when you come back and look at this again, you should be able to see what I did, especially if I made a mistake. Okay? You guys can't sit together again. Okay, we ready for the new stuff? Now remember what function notation is. Oh, I guess we have some more of these. That's not on yours, is it? Correct? It's not there. That's what we have, right? That's your next page? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. The f of x is just the y coordinate. So we're going to learn how to read these y coordinates off the graph. So that's what we want to do, is find f of x from the graph. It's our goal. Okay, so this is asking for the y coordinate when x is equal to negative 1. So now I'm going to go over here to my graph, and I'm going to go over to negative 1 on the x's and go down to my function, my y value. What's the y value there? Negative 2. Colin, you got that? I'm looking for the y value, reading it off a graph. So this is negative 3 times f of 0. Well, what's f of 0? Here's 0. What's f of 0? You can't tell me what this is. We have problems. Katie, you know what this is? What's f of 0? Negative 1. What's that answer then? Mackenzie? What's this answer going to give me? Negative 3 times negative 1 is a 3. Ready for the next one? F of 4. Oh, I need a new color. F of 4. So I'm going to go over here till I get to 4 and find the y coordinate. Am I going to go up or down? I need the y value of the function at when x is 4. Up or down? Up. Because it's this point right up here. This point right there. What's that y coordinate? It's 3. Okay, tell me what f of a negative 4 is. By the way, this negative sign is a subtraction sign. Has nothing to do with the f of negative 4. Not yet, at least. Because that means I'm going to subtract the y value of my graph when the x value is negative 4. So when the x value is negative 4, what's my y coordinate? Xavier, what's the y coordinate? When x is equal to negative 4, it's 1. So 3 take away 1, it tells me what to do, is 2. Is that okay or no? Okay, what about f of 1 minus 3? Colin, how am I going to do that one? I have to do what? 1 minus 3, don't I? Oopsie. There we go. So this is f of negative 2. Okay. Is the answer positive or negative? Negative. Negative how many? Oh, you got a mixture of answers. I can have you show me on your iPad. It's negative 3. I want f of negative 2. I want this x value. I'll go down to the y coordinate, and that's at negative 3. You see how I'm doing that? Because if you don't, you have to let me know. I'm reading the y coordinate, not with a rule, but I'm reading it off a graph, which I think is easier because I don't have to do any arithmetic. A little bit of arithmetic. And now what's your next slide? Do you have another slide? Is that it? Turn the page for me. Yeah. We could do this, but we need the picture. Or is this the same old thing? Oh, I don't even have. Oh. Yeah, we could do more of that, but I think you're okay with this part, right? Yeah, this seems that